What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Dez back with another video. We hit 500 likes on our last video. I gave y'all all my NBA plays for free. So once again, if we can crack 500 likes on this video, I'm going to give y'all all my NBA plays for free. Make sure you drop a like, comment, subscribe. We almost at 6,000 subscribers. I think we're like 50 away. Once we hit that goal, I'm doing a $100 giveaway to somebody in the comments. So hopefully I wake up, and with that being said, in the comments, just drop y'all name and y'all Cash App. Y'all going to get that money. Trust me, it always comes through. So with that being said, let's get into this video. So this is how I'm going to do it for the season, y'all. I might switch it up, but as of right now, I'm going to give y'all my 10 favorite picks every time. Once again, if y'all want all of my best picks and best plays, click the link in the description. Join the Dub Club. It's free to join. If you want the best of the best, click the description. Go to become a YouTube member and go to executive tier. You get a private Discord full of so much. It's insane. But with that being said, make sure I drop a like, comment, subscribe. Let's get into this video. Let's win some money. All right, so let's do it. All right, y'all. Starting off, the first pick that I'm going to talk about that I like is Trey Murphy over 19.5 points. They're playing the Grizzlies. Pelicans versus Grizzlies is always a high scoring game, so I'm expecting a lot of points on a motherfucking board. Damn, my camera blurry as a bitch. Anyway, we got Pelicans versus Grizzlies. He's averaging almost 27 points per game versus them. Last 4 times he played them, 27, 22, 35, 21, right? Grizzlies allowed the most points to small forwards, average with 25 points per game. Once again, these are all last year's statistics that I'm letting y'all know. Zion is back. What that means is, with Zion being back, a lot of the pressure going to be on Zion. A lot of eyes going to be on Zion. It even opens it up more for Trey Murphy. He's super comfortable. I love him as a fucking player. I think he's going to be elite in the league real soon. So I really do love him as a player. Let's go ahead and move on to our next game. Now, this next game, I have 3 picks from this next game. All right, y'all. We're going to start off with our next. This is the Raptors versus Atlanta. Once again, I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. Now, we know Ingram was on the Raptors now. So versus Atlanta, right? The prop I'm going with is 27.5 points, rebounds, and assists at -114 on FanDuel. He hit this line 7 of his last 10 games. The last time he played him, he had 41 PRA, 32 points alone. Atlanta defense versus small forwards, 2nd worst in points allowed per game, 7th worst in rebounds allowed, 1st worst in assists allowed. I think he filled his stat sheet up tonight. I really do. First game, I'm expecting a big game. And he got Glorilla now. Oh, my God. But, yeah, next pick I like from this game. Also, I like, you can either go with him or you can go Scotty Barnes PRA. Why Scotty Barnes? Versus the Hawks. Bro, 32 PRA, 34, 43. That's in the last 3 times they played each other. Versus power forwards that ranked 7th worst in points allowed per game, 4th worst in assists allowed per game, and 22nd, which is not horrible versus which is not horrible versus that, but still, all of that. You can take his points or assists. You know, towards the end of last season, Scotty Barnes was never getting a triple-double. So yeah, moving on. The next pick I like from this game is Onyeka Okongwu. 7.5 rebounds. Now, why do I like so many picks? I mean, we was on 2 on Raptors, now we're going to the Hawks side. Bro, last 5 games, 14, 15, 8, 9, 12. Here. Toronto versus Toronto. Last year, 8 rebounds, 12 rebounds. They ranked 7th worst in rebounds allowed to centers. 7.5 just feels too low. It just feels too low to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping, but I don't know. Moving on to our next game, y'all. We got Clippers versus the Jazz. Now, with this game, Kawhi Leonard over 22.5 points at -114 on FanDuel. I love his alternate 20+ at -225 just to be safe. Cleared 20+ in his last 10 straight games. You know, Kawhi healthy, he's a motherfucking animal. He just is. Utah ranks 5th worst in small forwards versus positions. Utah, the Jazz. Yeah, that team. The only thing that scared me with props like this is if they blow motherfuckers out, they go get subbed out. Y'all know how that go. That's the worst thing when it comes to NBA. Another prop I like from this game is James Harden over 14.5 rebounds or assists. Once again, I probably alternated, but it's at -102 on FanDuel. Bro, cleared this line last 6 out of 10. Versus Utah, 17, 19, 17, and he had 7. The only reason why he had 7 rebounds and assists that game, damn, I'm stuttering and shit. 17, he only had 7 that game is because he had 41 points that game. So, Jazz defense versus point guards, 7th worst in points allowed, averaging 25 points per game, and 2nd worst in assists. Moving on. Before we finish, make sure y'all drop a like, comment, subscribe. All of these graphics take me so long to make, man. And I'm doing this for y'all. I want to see y'all win. I love seeing y'all win. So with that being said, let's go. Next up, I'm going Jalen Duren over 11.5 rebounds, minus 125 on FanDuel. We got Bucks versus the Pistons. Versus Chicago, he had 22 rebounds, 13, 11, and 14. So he didn't hit it one time when he had 11. Bulls is a fast-paced team. We know that. Pistons, fast-paced team. I feel like there's going to be a high-scoring game. A lot of shots being put up. Bulls ranked 12th worst and rebounds allowed. That's not horrible, but like I said, fast-paced game. It's going to be a lot of rebound chances for him. He's going to have a lot of rebound chances. Trust me. All right, y'all. Moving on to our next game. We got Spurs versus Dallas Mavericks. Wemby over 10.5 rebounds, minus 140. Give it to me. Hit this line 8 out of his last 10 games. Mavs allowed 12.6 rebounds per game to centers. He's about to dominate the paint. Anthony Davis is back. I was kind of iffy with that because, I was kind of iffy with that just for the simple fact that Anthony Davis does play on the outside sometimes, but I get to see him shooting. Wemby just turn around. He's 7'4", bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's 7'4". I think this line goes up to like 11.5, 12.5 way easily. Moving on, Bucks versus Washington. Now, before we get into the prop, which is Giannis over 11.5 rebounds, minus 144, take it to consideration it's early in the season. If good teams are starting to blow out motherfuckers, they getting put. If they up 20, 25, they getting put. So with that being said, you got to be strategic on what you bet. Like Giannis might drop tomorrow 20 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists, and call it a day. He wouldn't give a fuck. So I'm just saying he might just drop 30 points but he cleared this line 8 out of his last 10 games. Versus the Wizards, he had 20 boards last time he played the Wizards, bro. 20 boards. He only missed 1 year, the year prior to the last time. He only had 10 rebounds, and that's because he only played 19 minutes. And I'm pretty sure it's because they was blowing their ass out the water. So if he gets the time, that's one of the props. We gotta hope he get the time. You know what I mean? But moving on to our last pick. Once again, make sure I drop a like, comment, subscribe. We got Nuggets versus Warriors. Nikola Jokic over 11.5 rebounds at plus 100. Now, Nikola Jokic's 30 might be a lock. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. But last 4 games he done played, he had 14, 15, 13, and 16. Warriors ranked 5th worst in rebounds allowed to center, averaging 13 points. Jokic, you could take him for a triple-double, whatever you want to take him for. But yeah, make sure I drop a like, comment, subscribe. And once again, y'all, link in the description to all of my socials. I love y'all, man. Let's go.